Okay, for problem number 1, given here is f of x equals 3x squared minus 2x plus 1. Here, you are asked to find the value of x when f prime of x equals 0. Okay, so since f of x is 3x squared minus 2x plus 1, you can see that f prime of x is of course 6x minus 2 and then equate to 0. From here, x is equal to 1/3. Okay, now for number 2, we are asked to find the rate of change of area of the circle. So we know that the formula for area of circle in terms of radius is pi r squared. Okay, so taking the derivative of a with respect to r, we have dA dr is equal to 2 pi r. We know that r is given here. R is equal to 3. Therefore, dA dr is 6 pi. Okay, now for number 3, here we are asked to find the area of the circle given rate of change of area with respect to diameter. So dA, let x be the diameter of the circle. dA ds is given as 4 pi. In terms of diameter, area of a circle is 5 over 4 x squared. Here, our x, as I've said, is the diameter of the circle. So, getting dA dx, we have pi over 2. 2 pi over 4 is pi over 2. And then x. Okay, so we know that dA dx is 4 pi. We have 4 pi equals pi over 2 times x. You can cancel pi, so x here is equal to 8. You can find now the area. Replacing x here by 8 will give pi over 4 times 8 squared. Therefore, area is of course 16 pi. Get m directly. M is just simply y prime is equal to ddx of the quantity x minus 2 minus x squared. And then use when x is 1. Saan ang galing ito? Ito yan. And from here, using calculator, we have m is negative 1. Replacing m by negative 1, we have y minus 1 equals negative 1 times x minus 1. So simplifying this, we have y minus 1 equals negative x plus 1. Transposing this, we have x plus y minus 2 equals 0. Okay? Let's say, for example, pwede mangyari dito. Ang hinahanap ay line perpendicular to this curve at this point. So, Ang m na gagamitin natin is just the negative reciprocal of this m. So negative of negative 1 is positive 1. And then just replace m here by 1. You'll find okay, for problem number 5. Here we are asked to find the angle of intersection between the curves y equals x squared plus 1 and y equals x plus x raised to negative 1. So the formula here is P is arctangent of m2 minus m1. Let us assume that is our curve 1, this one is curve 2. So here m1 is simply derivative of this, which is 2x, while m2 is derivative of this is what? 1 minus x raised to negative 2. So here we need to find the value of x. To find the value of x, just equate the 2. This will give x squared plus 1 equals x plus x raised to negative 1. And from here, using calculator, x is equal to positive 1. Other values of x are imaginary. So we don't need that values. If in case na siya ay real, of course, you have to use that values. Kung halimbawa, wala sa choices yung sagot, even x is 1. So let's find out. When x is 1, m1 is equal to 2 times 1 is 2, while m2 is equal to 1 minus 1, which is 0. Therefore, P is arctangent of m1. M2 is 0 minus 2. This will give negative 63.44 degrees. So, it's a topographical error. Pero this is the correct answer. So, this is negative. Make this positive. Okay? Now, for problem number 6, at what point on the curve y equals x raised to 4 is the normal line parallel to x plus y is equal to 3? Okay. So, in problem number 6, you are asked to find the point on this curve in which the line is normal to this curve, at the same time parallel to this line. So, assuming ito yung ating curve na equation ay y equals x raised to 4. Ang sinasabi dito, saan daw point sa curve na ito, yung normal line at this point parallel to this line. So, alam natin na kapag ang dalawang line ay nakaparallel, yung slope ng isa ay katulad ng isa. So, here we can find the equation of this line. Here we have m equals negative 2. Okay, just differentiate this. We have y prime plus 2 is 0. We know that y prime is slope. Transposing this will give negative 2. So, meaning the slope of this line, since these two lines are parallel, is also what? Negative 2. Okay? Now, at this point, it's a point P, HK, ang kanyang coordinates. Makukuha natin ng slope. Diba? Ano bang slope dito? Just the derivative of this with respect to x at x is equal to h. So, we have, let's say, the slope of this line is m1. Differentiating this will give 4x cubed. Since these two lines are perpendicular, we see that m1 is negative reciprocal of m. We have negative 1 over m. Our m1 is for x cubed, and then our m is negative 2, so we have here positive 1/2. And from here, x is equal to 1/2. And when x is 1/2, y is equal to 1 over 16. So the final answer is 1/2 ang kanyang x coordinate, samantalang y coordinate ay y over 16. So kung titingnan yung ating mga sagot, we can apply here principle of passing through. The only problem is if we are going to substitute or replace x and y by the coordinates of the choices, all points will satisfy the given equation y equals x raised to 4. So meaning, principle of passing through is not advisable to use to solve this problem. Just do this kasi madali naman. This way. Okay? Now, for problem number 7, ang sinasabi dito, the tangent to y equals x cubed minus 6x squared plus 8x at this point intersect at this curve. Ang hinahanap dito ay find the point of intersection. Okay? So, if you assume that the curve of this equation is this one. Okay, let's say this is our point, coordinates are 3 and negative 3. Ang sinasabi dito, meron daw tangent at this point, tangent, and then nag-intersect pa doon sa ating curve na ito. Okay, so ang hinahanap dito, itong point of intersection ito is ito x1 and this one is y1. Okay, so since this red line is tangent to this curve, we can find the slope of red line, right? Okay, doing so will give what? M is just the derivative of this. We have 3x squared minus 12x plus 8. Okay, we know that this slope, the value of this slope can be found using x is equal to 3, this one. So here m is equal to 3 times 3 squared minus 12 times 3 plus 8, and the answer is 27 minus 36 plus 8 is negative 1. So m here is negative 1. Okay, so ang hinahanap dito x1 y1, alam natin na pwede makuha natin ratio ng dalawang yan. You can find the slope of this using these 2 points. We have y1 plus 3 over x1 minus 3. This is also equal to negative 1, same as this one. Okay, and then from here we say that y1 plus 3 equals negative x1 plus 2. Okay, from here we see that x1 plus 3, you can cancel this, therefore x1 is equal to negative y1. So let us call this equation. We need another equation. Alam natin na ang curve na ito, na kung saan equation na ito ay dumaan dito, again, principle of passing through. Ibig sabihin, when x equal to x1, y equals y1. So we need to replace x here by x1 and y by y1. We have y1 is equal to x cube. So x1 cube minus 6x1 plus 8x1. Since x1 is equal to negative y1, so we have here negative x1. You see that y1 is negative x1. Okay? So negative x1 equals x1 cube minus 6x1 plus 8x1. From here, we see that x1 is equal to 0. And when x1 is 0, replace this by 0. We'll give y1 is 0. So the point is located at the point of intersection is located at the origin. Okay, again, if you're going, since the curve is passing through these 2 points, pwedeng itry nyo yung principle of passing through. Pero pag try nyo, lahat ng point will satisfy the given equation. You can do it. Now, for problem number 8, find the point of inflection of y equals 5 minus 2x minus 6x minus 3x squared minus x cubed. Alam natin na para makuha natin ang point of inflection ng isang curve, kailangan natin ng second derivative. Okay, so getting the first derivative first, we have y prime equals negative 2 minus 6x minus 3x squared. For second derivative, we have 0, negative 6 minus 6x, and then equate to 0. Lagi yan, di ba? Equate double prime to 0. Alam natin at point of inflection, second derivative is always equal to 0. And from here, x equals negative 1. And when x is negative 1, y is equal to 5. So, the answer is what? Negative 1, 5. Okay, this y prime, this is y prime, so we have here y prime times, we can factor y prime, di ba? Transpose natin ito. We have, ito transpose, we have 3 minus, or 3y squared minus 4x squared y equals 4x y squared plus 4x cubed, minus 4x cubed, not plus. Okay, if you are going to look at the choices, the answer is letter B, because here y is 4x y squared minus 4x cubed over 3y squared minus 4x squared y. Okay. Now, for problem number 10, we are asked to find the point on the ellipse x squared minus 2xy plus 4y squared equals 12. We are asked to find the point on this ellipse at the right of the y-axis, in which the abscissa as what? Has its latest value. Okay, so yung abscissa natin dito ang ating i-maximize. So here, we'll apply implicit differentiation. Since we are what? We are maximizing the abscissa. So instead of taking ddx, just what? Take ddy. And taking ddy, we have 2 dx dy minus, with respect to y, this is 2x times 1 with respect to y. And then, okay, minus y derivative of this with respect to y is 2 dx dy. And then plus with respect to y, this is 8y equals 0. So since we are, as I've said, we are maximizing the abscissa, dx dy should be 0. When this 0, this equation will become what? Negative 2x plus 8y equals 0. And from here, we can say x is equal to 4y. When x is 4y, using the given equation, x squared minus 2xy plus 4y squared is 12. Replacing x by 4y, we have 4y squared minus 2 times 4y times y is y squared plus 4y squared equals 12. 16y squared minus 8y squared plus 4y squared is 12. 16 minus 8 is of course 8 plus 4 is 12. Y squared is 12. Y is plus or minus 1. So when y is plus or minus 1, x is equal to, when y is equal to 1, x is equal to 4. So we have here 4, 1. And when y is negative 1, x is negative. When x is negative 4, nasa left side yun ng ating y-axis. So the answer is 4, 1. For problem number 11, here we are asked again, for problem number 11, we are asked to find the point of inflection of this curve. So again, we'll take the second derivative of this equation and then equate to 0 to find the point of inflection. So alam natin na ito ay pwede nating i-express ng y as a function of x alone. Okay, gawin natin para madali natin siya differentiate. So here, you can see that y is equal to 2 minus x squared raised to 3 halves. Okay, for the first derivative, we have 3 over 2 times 2 minus x squared. 3 halves minus 1 is 1 half. Derivative of this is negative 2x. You can cancel this. So y prime is negative 3 times x times 2 minus x squared raised to 1 half. For the second derivative, we have y prime is negative 3, copy x, differentiate this is 1 half, 2 minus x squared raised to 1 half minus x, negative 1 half, derivative is negative 2x plus 2 minus x squared time raised to 1 half times derivative of x, which is 1. Y double prime is 0, so equating this 0. This will give x is 1, and when x is 1, replacing x here by 1, we have y is also 1. So the point of inflection is located at 1, 1, 1. Now, for problem number 12, we are asked to find the radius of curvature of y is equal to x over x plus 1. Okay, at the origin. Okay, so we know that r is equal to 1 plus y prime squared raised to 3 halves all over y double prime. Okay, given y equals x over x plus 1. Okay, to find the second derivative, we need to find first the first derivative. Y prime is, of course, we need the first derivative because we involved in our formula is first derivative as well as for second derivative. You can apply u over v. Okay, copy v, and then square it, and then copy the denominator, differentiate the numerator, minus numerator, differentiate the denominator. Then here y prime is what? X minus x is 0, 1. This is 1 over x plus 1 squared, or x plus 1 raised to negative 2. For the second derivative, we have negative 2 times x plus 1 raised to negative 3. Okay, at 0, 0, so when x is 0, our y prime is 1, while y double prime is negative 2. So substituting this formula will give r equals 1 plus 1 1 plus 1 is 2 raised to negative 2 is 1/4. Okay, for problem number 12, we are asked to find the radius of curvature of y equals x over x plus 1 at the origin. Okay, so we need to get the radius curvature, we need to use this formula, 1 plus y prime squared raised to 3 halves all over y double prime, should be absolute. Okay, getting y prime, we have y prime is, apply quotient formula, we have x plus 1 squared here, copy x plus 1, differentiate x is 1 minus, copy x, differentiate the denominator is also 1. Simplifying this will give 1 over x plus 1 square. This can be written as x plus 1 raised to, mas madaling differentiate kapag nasa taas siya. Okay, for y double prime, we have negative 2 times x plus 1, negative 2 is negative 3. And then when x is 0, now ating y prime, when this is 0, okay, we have 0 plus 1 is 1, so this is 1. Y double prime is negative 2 when x is 0. So using this formula, we have r equals 1 plus 1 squared is 1 raised to 3 halves all over y double prime. Absolute is of course 2. And this is r now is 1.414. Okay, now for problem number 13, if the radius of the circle increases at the rate of 0.01 inch per second, find the rate of change of area when the area or when the radius is 3 inches long. So here you know that the area of a circle is pi r squared. It's all about time race. Okay, so get the dt. This is the required problem. We have 2 pi r dr dt. So we have 2 pi given r is 3 times 0.01. The answer is 0.188 square inch per second. For problem number 14, a point moves in the parabola y equals x squared, so that each abscissa increases at the rate of 3 feet per second. So pag sabi rate of abscissa, that is dx dt, is 3 feet per second. Find the rate of ordinate when x is equal to 2. So differentiating with respect to time, we have dy dt. dy dt is the rate of ordinate, is 2x dx dt. Our x is 2, our dx dt is 3, so the answer is 12 feet per second. Problem number 15. One leg of a right triangle is always 6 feet long, and the other is increasing at the rate of 2 feet per second. Find the rate of change of hypotenuse when it is 10 feet long. So here, ang sinabi sa problem, ang isang leg daw ay laging ang haba ay, ng ating right triangle, ang haba ay, anong sinabi? 6 feet. So, assuming ito yung ating 6 feet. And the other leg is increasing at the rate of 2 feet per second. So, pag increasing siya, sabihin variable yan. Lalagay natin dito. Let's say this is x. Humahaba ang isang side, of course, humahaba rin yung ating hypotenuse. Let S be the hypotenuse. So, here we have, okay, S squared equals 1. 6 squared plus x squared. The required is the rate of change of hypotenuse. So, getting the dt, we have 2s ds dt equals 2x dx dt. Cancel, ds dt is equal to x over s dx dt. Okay, alam natin yung s ay given. S is given as 1. Okay, when it is 10 feet. So, when x is 10, using this, makuha natin si x. We need x here. We have x equals square root ng 10 squared minus 6 squared is, of course, 8. So, x is 8, s is 10, times dx dt. dx dt is 2. 2 to 16, this is 1.6. Now, using calculus technique, mas madali. Anong natin sa calculus technique? I-recall natin. So, since ds dt is the required, you have to write s as a function of x alone. So, come here, what is s? Square root of x squared plus 36, because 3 squared, 6 squared is 36. And then get ds dt. Sa calculator na gagawin, dx nito. Okay? Ang ginasabi ko sa inyo, square root. Bubo ka. Okay. Ang nalagay natin dito? Ginawa natin array 8. So, array 8 plus anong rate of change ng ating x is 2. So, pagka siya ay increasing, positive 2. Pag decreasing, negative 2. Sinabi naman increasing, and then 2 alpha x. And then, when x is equal to 0, you will take the same answer. Ulitin ko ha, bubo ka dahil din eh. Kinuha natin siyempre yung ating x. Ito yon. And then, 2, saan galing ito? Ito yung rate of change ng ating leg na ito. Sabi ko, siya ay positive kasi increasing ang sinabi sa problem. Kung sinabi decreasing, negative siya. Okay, now, square pala yun. Okay, probably number 15, ang sinabi, meron tayong right triangle. Na kung saan ang isang leg ay fixed at 6 feet while the other leg is changing. Let's say this is x. We are asked to find the rate of change of hypotenuse. Let the hypotenuse be equal to s. So here, using Pythagorean theorem, we have s squared equals s squared plus 36. The required is ds dt. So take the dt of this. We have 2s ds dt equals 2x dx dt. We can cancel 2 here. So ds dt is x over s times dx dt. Here our s is given as 10. And when s is 10, using this, we can find x is 8. Replacing x by 8, s by 10, and dx dt by 2, we'll get 1.6. Using calculus technique, okay, anong gagawin sa calculus technique? Since ds dt ang hinahanap, itong equation ito ay gagawin natin ganito. Square root ng x squared plus 36. And then you can find ds dt using calculator. Ipasok mo doon sa calculator. Paano? Ito yan. Nalagyan mo ng square root. Square root siya. Bobo ka kasi variable siya. Copy 36. Okay, x is 8. Yun nakuha natin. Plus siya kasi sinabi increasing at the rate of 2. Ano ba siya? 2 feet per second. So, 2. Kung sinabi decreasing, negative 2. Then, just write alpha x. Since may 2 din lagyan dito ito baka makakalimutan. And this always x is 0. This is, of course, 1.6 the same as this one. You can try it. You can check. Problem number 16. A light hangs 15 feet directly above a straight walk. Okay, so kapag ganito ang problem, i-recall natin yung ating natutunan before. Okay, may lamppost, diba? Ito yan. Ang height nito ay L. Tapos mayroong tao na ang height tao, and siyempre may ilaw din, may anino are. Okay? Pag tip ng shadow, end of shadow means tip of the shadow. Ito yung ating T. Okay? So, for the rate of change, for the rate of end of shadows, of man shadows, we have dt. Eh, di ba, nakakabit ari din ari nakakabit ton. L over difference between L and M times dx dt, of course, ito yung ating x. Okay? At kapag naman length ng shadow, ito yan. So, ds dt equals what? So, saan siya nakakabit? Din sa M. So, M over L minus M times dx dt. Yung ating dx dt ay pwedeng positive. Kailan siya positive? When the man is moving away. At siya pwedeng maging negative when the man is what? Approaching o towards lamp sa poste ng ilaw. Or sabi ko nga, towards LP. Okay? So here, ang hinahanap ay ito, rate, sabi dito, the man's, ano pa? Problem number 16, ito ang ating i-recall, ha? Ito yung ilaw, ito yung poste, ito yung tao, ang height ng poste ay L, ang height ng man ay M, siyempre may ilaw din may shadow, ito yung tip ng shadow, si T from L, so ang hinahanap dito ay dt dt, okay, L siya, kasi nakakabit siya sa L, over L minus M times dx dt. Ano yung dx dt? Ito yun, yung bilis ng paglalakad ng man kung siya lumalakad. Okay? Now, for the rate of change ng length ng shadow, let's say S, we have ds dt. Nakakabit siya din Ito yan. So, M naman siya din L minus M times dx dt. Yung ating dx dt ay pwedeng positive. Kaya siya positive kapag yung man ay moving away from LP o from lamp post, So, we have away. At kapag naman siya ay approaching or towards, it should be negative. Towards LP. Okay? Here, our height of man is 6, height of lamp is 15, and dx dt is positive 3. Itong hinahanap sa may sagot dito ay dt is actually 5 mph. Tapos yung ds dt na kung saan siya yung nasa choices, di ba ang man natin ay anong height? 6 over 15 minus 6 times 3, so this is 2. So pag nangyari sa board exam, mapipilitan kung isagot mo ito since wala ito sa choices, pero ang tamang sagot ay 5 mph. Okay? So problem number 17, the base diameter and altitude of a region of cone are observed at a certain instant to be 10 and 20 inches respectively. If the lateral area is constant and the base diameter is increasing at the rate of 1 inch per minute, find the rate at which the altitude is decreasing. So let x be the diameter of this cone and the altitude is y. So here dy dt is given as be increasing. So the sign is positive 1 inch per minute. We are asked to find the rate of change of diameter dx dt. Lumiliit daw siya. Okay? We know that for any right circular cone, lateral area in terms of diameter x here is pi over 2 x times L, where L is square root of x squared plus x squared over 4, because we know that this is x over 2. We have x squared over 4 plus y squared. Okay, taking the square of both sides, we'll get s squared equals pi over 2 square it, and then x squared, you can now remove the radical sign. It's x squared over 4 plus y squared. Since you need to take the derivative of this equation with respect to time, since s is constant, s squared is constant, derivative constant is 0, just copy this pi over 2 squared. You can distribute this x to the 4th over 4 plus x squared plus x squared times y squared. Okay, d dt of this is, we have x cubed dx dt plus x squared times 2y dy dt plus y squared times 2x dx dt. Okay, we know that our x here is 10 while y is 20. Using this equation, we'll find dx dt is negative 2.25. Negative because the rate of change of diameter is decreasing. Kayat yan, tubig.
Yawa naman.
Ay, nako. Number 18. A clock has sense 1 inch and 1/3 over 5 is 0.6 respectively. At what rate are the ends of the hands of the clock approaching each other when the time is 2 o'clock? Anak ng pating. Nalaglag pa. Okay, for problem number 18. Ako. Okay, for problem number 18, ito na lang gawin nyo. This is common problem in the board exam. May clock. Okay. May minute hand and may hour hand. Ito yung ating hour hand. Ito yung ating minute hand. Pwede ba yung tip na ito ng minute hand sa hour hand ay lumalapit for this case. Okay. So, this is theta. This is constant h, and this one is m. And let's see, this is s. Ang hinahanap dito ay ds dt. So, here by cosine law, we have s squared equals m squared plus h squared minus 2 m h, and then cosine theta. Differentiating this with respect to time will give 2s ds dt. This is constant 0, 0, and this was derivative of cosine is negative. Sine negative negative is positive. 2m h sine theta d theta dt. here our ds dt is m h sine theta d theta dt all over s. Okay? Ano yung ating s? Makukuha mo siya dito. Square root of m squared plus h squared minus 2mh and then cosine theta. Now, paano makukuha yung d theta dt? Ito kasing d theta dt for any clock is constant. Okay? Let's just find the value. Alam natin na itong ating minute hand at hour hand ay parehong gumagalaw in a clockwise direction. So, pag ang dalawang bagay ay gumagalaw, automatically, meron silang tinatawag na relative speed. Okay? And d theta dt is equal to 1. Rate ng minute hand minus rate ng hour hand. Okay? So, alam natin na ang d theta m dt di ba theta is 30 degrees per how many minutes? Per 5 minutes. Okay, so meaning this is 30 over 5 is of course 6 degrees per minute. So ito yung ating rate ng minute hand. Now, for hour hand, d theta is dt. This is still 30 degrees per hour. Okay, we know that 1 hour is 60 minutes. So we have 30 degrees per 60 minutes. So we have here 0.5 degrees per minute. So ginawa natin siyang degrees per minute para pwede natin kang i-combine. So here we can find d theta dt. Subtracting that will give 5.5 degrees per minute. Okay? Again, itong ating d theta dt, like dun sa ating shadow kanina, pwede siyang positive at pwede siyang negative. Kailan positive? Kapag yung ating minute hand is moving away from what? From our hand. At siya negative kapag yung ating minute hand ay approaching. So, in this particular case, at 2 o'clock, itong ating minute hand, ito, kita nyo ito, approaching siya, negative ang gagamitin nyo. Okay. So, we will use calculator technique here. Okay, paano gagamitin ang calculator technique? So, just get the SDT of this. Okay, huwag na lang natin gamitin ito. Calculator technique na lang. Okay? So, here, ddx. Kayo nyo lang ang mag-substitute ng value ng m tsaka ng ating h. Ito lang ang mahalaga. Ang gawin nyo, i-mode decrease nyo ang calculator. Okay, at 2 o'clock, yung ating theta ay 60 degrees. Diba kata naman nyo ito? R8 30, another 30, so 60. Okay? Now, d theta dt should be negative. Negative 1, 5.5. So, anong gagawin din eh? We have theta is 60. Again, sabi ko nga, calculator ay naka-mode decrease. And then, minus 5.5 by 5 negative kasi nga approaching yung ating minute hand. And then, we have alpha x. And then, x is 0. Lagi namang 0 yan. M is 1.6. H is 1. You can find ds dt. So here, the answer is 5.7 inches per second. Okay. Now, For problem number 19, a ladder 20 meters long stands on the central floor and leans against a vertical wall. If the top of the ladder slides at a rate of 0.5 meter per second, find the rate at which the angle between the ladder and the wall is changing when the foot of the ladder is 12 feet from the wall. Okay, so dito may wall, ito yung ating wall. May ladder nakasandal sa wall. So yung angle between ladder and the wall, let's say area theta. Alam natin ang ating ladder ay constant ang length na 20. So ilagay na agad ang 20. Kapag ito'y bumababa, siyempre rin nag-i-slice to the right. Ito ay x kasi nagbabago ang distance sa redine on the wall. And then siyempre nagbabago rin ito, y siya. Okay? Ang hinahanap dito ay d theta dt. So here we need to solve for theta in terms of, we need to find theta in terms of y. Hindi natin sasama. Okay? Paano? Anong gagawing function? Anong gagamitin function? We need to use ulit na naman ang aking ilong.
Bilang ganun sa'yo na, Brett.
Okay, number 19. Here, given yung ladder. Yung ladder daw ay nakasandal sa wall. Kasi yan ang ating ladder. Mali. Okay, in problem number 19, so yung taon ng tahol. Okay, for problem number 19, given dito yung ladder, ang haba ay 20 meters. Nakasandal siya dun sa ating wall. Ito yung ating wall, ha? Okay? So, ang ating ladder ay nag-i-slice to the right. Bakit? Kasi yung kanyang top ay nag-i-slice downward. So, pababa siya. Ito naman ay pakanan. Sorry, x, area y. Ito yung angle between the ladder and the wall. Ang hinahanap dito ay d theta dt. Ganyan, ha? So, here, hindi natin ito gagamitin. Kasi ang given dito ay dy dt na kung saan siya ay 0.5. It should be negative. Why negative? Kasi nga, siya ay paliit. So, ano gagawin natin dito? Gagamitan natin ang calculus technique. Okay, paano gagamitin ang calculus technique? We need to solve for theta in terms of y here. Okay, ano bang function dito ang applicable? Cosine. So, get cosine theta equals j centric y over 20. From here, theta equals arc cosine of y over 20. Okay, mode radian calculator. So, d theta dt is d dx. Ito, arc cosine, bubo ka. Anong ating y? Ang sinabi? When the foot of the ladder is 12 meters from the wall. So, meaning, ito daw ay 12 meters. Yung foot, ito yung foot. Okay? So, from here, makukuha natin kasi kailangan nandito si y. So, from here, by Pythagorean theorem, y equals square root of 20 squared minus 12 squared. And then, after getting y, is 400 minus 144. So square root of 16 is 4. This 4, this negative. Why negative? Kasi negative 0.5 yan. Negative 0.5. Okay. And then alpha x. This is all over 20. And then when x is equal to 0, here you will find d theta dt 0.1 radian per second. And for problem number 20, a conical glass has radius of 5 meters and altitude of 12 meters are being filled at the rate of 10 cubic centimeter per second. How fast is the surface rising when the liquid is 6 meters deep? So, dito given yung ating conical glass. Ito yan. Na kung saan yung kanyang radius 5 at yung kanyang altitude ay 12. You see, at this instant, ito yung kanyang radius x, ito yung kanyang y. Ang hinahanap dito ay how fast is the surface rising? Ito yung surface. When the liquid is 6. So, dy dt dito ang hinahanap. Ito may common problem na kung saan nabigay ko sa inyo dati ang solution. So, here, at this instant, the volume is 5 over 3x squared y. By ratio proportion, we have x is to y is equal to 5 is to 12. So, x here is 5 over 12 times y. Replace x here by 5 over 12. So, d is 5 over 3. 5 squared is 25 over 144. Y squared is y cubed. Differentiating this, by the way, may napasok dito na liquid at the rate of volume flow rate is 10 cubic meter. 10 cubic meter per second. So we're going to take dV dt here. 5 times 125 over 144 y squared dy dt. Okay, given dV dt, alam mo ating dV dt is 10. So tak mo dito, ang y natin ay given din. Yung ating y, 6 squared. Okay, from here we can find dy dt equals 0.53 meters per second. Okay.